When I decided to start on my content creation journey by starting a YouTube channel, I knew I had to figure a lot of things out. I thought about what name I should have, what is the topic that I'm going to cover, when am I going to tell my friends and family, will I have enough content to speak about week after week, how am I going to react to audience, how am I going to react to trolls, and so on and so forth. I had thought about a lot of things. One of the things that I underestimated when I started my YouTube channel was how difficult it's going to be to actually shoot my own videos and edit them all by myself. So I decided the channel name, I decided the topic, and I got my script ready. I had my tripod stand, and then I fixed my camera on it and I hit record. And that's when the problems started. I wasn't used to speaking into a camera phone. I forgot my lines. Sometimes there were awkward long pauses. I didn't know how to fill the gaps. And later, those mistakes and pauses became editing nightmares. This way, I wasted a lot of time in shooting, reshooting the same lines again and again, and at the end of it did not have even one completed video ready to post. That's when I realized I'm going about it the wrong way. I did a few things. I took a pause of a week and I decided to do a few things that would keep it simpler for me, that would make my life easier. So the first thing that I did was to keep my videos smaller and crisper so that I had to speak less, which would automatically reduce all my problems. The second thing that I did is to speak more slowly into the camera and not have too many fast movements because that became an editing nightmare. That way, I made the editing part of the game really simple. I shoot simple videos where I talk, which means that the editing is already simple. But for a newcomer who has absolutely no experience in editing, even removing the awkward pauses, trying to put in an image which you're talking about, can seem like a very big task. So I want to get rid of all the complexity in what I'm doing. And the third thing that I and the third thing that I did was I prepared myself mentally to be okay with posting imperfect videos. This meant I had to let go of that need to look perfect and polished and refined in my final video. This was one of the toughest things to do because today, if you look at the content game, it has evolved so much from the last few years that there are so many people doing such a great job that when you're starting out, you can feel really raw and you can feel like you don't have a lot of skills to begin with. For somebody like me who didn't have much experience in editing or in speaking in front of the camera, I realized that these were things that I had to consider and I had to modify for my sanity's sake. Now, once I did that, I also went back and looked at what it was like for famous creators when they started out. This is a very typical journey that we overlook because we see polished, refined versions of people whom we are following or of famous content creators. So, take for example of mostly sane Prajakta Kohli. Yeah, first I will post the before and the after. You will see that in her first few videos, she really looks raw, unfiltered, not very well groomed like today's Prajakta, who's acted in movies, who's acted in series, and who's met with so much success. So you can see the difference clearly. And same is the case with Saurav Joshi, another very popular face in content creation. This is how he started out. Look at this video, how unpolished it is, and look at the latest video. You will see the difference between the two. And that's why I realized that sometimes it's important to know more before you judge yourself. And this is part of a content creator's journey. So if somebody like me out there is discarding too many of their own videos, I want to say that you can salvage some of it only if you let go of the need to be perfect. And once you get started on posting, you realize that there is a new world out there. There are so many other new things that you need to think about: the continuity of your content, how you're going to evolve this channel, how regularly you're going to post, and so on and so forth. So there are many questions waiting for you. So don't waste too much time editing and polishing and reshooting the same videos over and over again. If your message resonates, people will willingly overlook the mistakes, the tiny, tiny editing glitches in your video. And if you've overcome this as well, or if this resonated with you, do post a comment and let me know what you thought. Thank you.